Arwa Odede, Mrs. Pamela Mboya. She is the lady who inspired me to greatness. This girl living in Eastlands, Maringo, Marish, Oriongo, E1, 1835. She was a tomboy. I used to do kati, rounda. Do you know Hedi? Have you ever people, you know yourself Hedi? You guys, well, this bujua have never done it. So we were there outside kati, rounda, and so on. Before this, candles came for you to play with. We used to play out quite a lot. And I was really a tomboy. So we are playing out there, and there comes this lady in a yellow Volkswagen. That's 1962. I was a little girl. We have never seen a lady driving a car. It's always men who used to drive. So all of us rushed there to see. She comes out, sets out of this car, regal, tall. She was just preparing to get married to T.J. Mboya. Her father, Walter Odede, was our neighbor. So we were all excited and so on. I ran to the house and I told my mother. But of course, she had also come out because everybody had come to see what has happened to this yellow Volkswagen. Who was it? And I looked at her, oh. And those days, I was a very roughy skinned girl with a lot of maybe mucus coming out my hair, looking terrible, not so well put up together. She came out and I looked at her, oh, and I said, oh, so a woman can look like this. I said, when I grow up, I want to look like her. I want to drive a car like her. And my mother told me, you know what? You can also be like her. As long as work hard, read hard. And she even told me in my language, mwanange, somasa, oche ibiri. Meaning, my daughter, read hard, you're going where things are. And indeed, I've gone there where things are just because she's the one who inspired me into greatness. Pamela Mboya had just come from, she had been to Makerere, and then she had been airlifted during those days by the Kennedys, the airlift that happened in the 60s by Tom Mboya. Now she had just come back to marry the man. And their neighbor, her father was Walter Odede, who was just our neighbor. Come the day of the wedding, wow, that's when we were shocked. We saw so many cars, limousines. We were out now getting excited and so on. We saw her sisters, girls who were dressed in white dresses. Unajua hizo nguo za magorofa. What do you call them? With pink flowers and I showed the pink flowers and so. And we're just there so mesmerized. So I took the advice of my mother. I looked at Pamela Mboya, how she looked, how she puts up herself together. She was just put up together the way like I am today, you know. My inspiration. But do I see? So I copied her, read, I went to the university, I came out, I ran my own business, a big business. I said the leading agency, below the line advertising agency in this country. But the good thing is this, it's good to dream, and I dreamt big. Come a few years ago, before she passed on, I was in Sarit Center at New Lampshades, if you know. I had gone to buy my house at Chandalia. And she was also buying some lampshades. So I've done well. So I approached her and told her, Mrs. Mboya. She looked at me. I asked Miss Mboya, I said, you know, I saw you when you were getting married when I was a young girl. She said to me, yeah, really? I said, yes. Your father, Walter Odede, was our neighbor. I said, and you have inspired me. You are the one who made me read so hard at the level of going to the university to go so up my career and start my own business. She was so happy. She really hugged me. And I was very happy. I said, I have met my mentor that particular day, or my inspirer.
So thanks to Pamela Mboya, I grew up with a very, very strong mom. And she's my mentor. And I remember Mom, every time she would drop me off to school, there's one makeup she had to put on, and that was her red lipstick. She never left home without her red lipstick. And it was always red.
Oh, yes, red.
No shades, just one particular and very bright red. Even if I tried putting on the bright red right now, I know it would look so good. But she kept on having this. Every day she left the house, she had to have her red lipstick. The other thing I remember about Mom is also after school, she used to take me with her to our KIFE classes because she used to go for this 1 hour KIFE classes. So from Westlands Primary, we go together. I have to stay there, watch her working out.
I used to
for
bribe
all.
you. Used not to want to come and
Okay, she
bribe
used
you
to
by
bribe me, buy me some pieces of cake.
Yes, so that you can
so
wait
that
for
I can
me.
go. I can wait for her for an hour.
Yes.
The only girl there playing by myself until she finishes working out, and then we go home. And with Mom, I've always been a handbag. Literally, everywhere she goes, she takes me with her.
The only child.
And I didn't like it. And she used to dress me like a lady, a young lady. And every time right now, I keep on saying, if I have a child, I'm not going to dress them like a lady. Honestly, I'll put the jeans. It has to be all casual because I used to wear all silk dresses, silk skirt. I mean, I'm literally 7 years old, or is it 5 years
You
old?
are a
and
mother
eight?
of you are a daughter of a queen, the lady.
Yeah, so every wedding we used to go to, I used to tag along. I don't know why Mom didn't want me to stay home by myself because I was literally okay being by myself, being an independent girl. So I've been a handbag. And I've also seen Mom be with very strong women. I've grown with very strong women who have been my aunties. You know, I've seen them fight battles and win. I've seen them grow their career, both married and single. So again, I've been around very, very strong women, very strong aunties. And so as a result of Mom, of course, made sure I went, did my university in the US. I did my master's, came back, went to Top Image for some time, and then I left.
Indeed.
I left the company. She'll tell you that later, definitely. I joined some multinational companies, Nestle, Tetra Pak. And I remember when I was in Tetra Pak in 2019, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. Now that I think was, I keep saying that we're all dealt with something in life, and I was dealt with a cancer colon card.
What?
And during that time, of course, it was 8 months of chemotherapy. I did my surgery. And chemotherapy is honestly the worst thing. I wouldn't even want it on my enemies because it just, you know how you're going to fall sick, and you know when you're going to fall sick, and you know how you're going to feel when you fall sick. So every 3 weeks, I would be down for about 2-3 days. But I remember my boss telling me at Tetra Pak that maybe you should just stay home, work from home. I told them no. I still want my life to go on the way it is. I'm not going to let this little c, I called it little c. I never gave it the authority that people do give cancer. I never considered it bigger than me. I never considered it bigger than my God. So I called it little c, and I say, this little c is not going to change my life. So every 3 weeks, after the chemo puts me down, I'll go back to work. And then after 3 weeks, the same thing. I'd also travel. And I remember one time Mom saying, my daughter, you're so strong. Where did you get that strength from? But of course, I keep on saying I got it from her. And also I got it from the grace of God. Because with little c, I said it's not just about me. It's about me and my God fighting it. And by the grace of God, I'm here 15 years later.
Wow. She's a cancer victorious. When I learned that Bidanya had colon cancer, I was chairing a board in Mombasa, and as the chairperson, you get so involved. So I received a call from her. I'd known that she was going to see a doctor, because you had had a few issues with your stomach and so on. So when I came out of the room to go to speak to her, and the first thing she told me, Mom, I have cancer. I said, even now, Kisamia, I was shocked to the core. My stomach made noises. I rushed to the loo and emptied. I was under shock. I asked the secretariat to give me a ticket immediately to fly back to Nairobi. And those 45 minutes were the longest trip that I've ever taken in my life. All sorts of things went through my mind, that my daughter is going to die. How can that happen? I'm going to be alone. I'm the only child. What will I do? So many things went into my mind. Then I started praying because I took Bidanya at a very early stage to church. We used to pray. We are a very prayerful family. I went to the house. I saw her. We sat down. I told her that you are going nowhere, and this is just cancer. We'll fight through it. Our God will see through it. Faith played a very important role. Then so I told Bidanya, it can't go on. Let's just continue praying. But what broke me down is that now we had even a function in our home. We like having parties and so on. So we had a party. We didn't tell anyone
Christmas. It was a
except
Christmas party.
Christmas
Yeah.
party. We didn't tell anyone. She was getting on the 5th of January to go, but people didn't know except my sister who knew close family members. So we were very strong. We went, talked to the doctor, went through the process, a very good doctor. So now Bidanya was going in. I remember it was a Tuesday. So we went in, I went to see her, to pray with her. And Bidanya was not the child I always used to very strong as son. So she really was so anxious to go to be operated on, and they took so long because sometimes there's an operation going on, so they have to finish before you people get in. That's when I saw my daughter breaking down. Bidanya does not easily cry, honestly. My goodness. Oh, I cried. I cried and cried. I went to the car. I told my driver, he knew about it. Kaniambia, mama usilie, don't cry. But you know what? Uncle wangu alikatwa mahala na bado yuko tu. Because that's colon cancer. Usilie, mami, usilie. I told him, he took me to All Saints Cathedral to pray. I prayed because, by the way, Donna, I'm a singer. I used to sing at All Saints Cathedral at the 7 a.m. mass. So, I went to church that Sunday and I fought with my God. I told God in the vestry, because I used to sing in the 7 a.m. choir. I don't do it anymore, service. So you have to go to church early at 6:30 to warm up your voice, to warm up your vocals and so on. And as a result, I had stopped going out to have a kanywaji with my friends, every Friday. Now I can't go because now my voice will not be strong and good. Also, we used to practice on Saturday morning. I'd stopped to go. I couldn't even Saturday night go to have my kanywaji because the following day I can't sing. And then this God decides that he's giving the cancer to my daughter. What does he think? So I fought with him, and people said, Jennifer, my choir member, said, don't talk like that. That's not fair, son. But the worship minister told them, let her talk to her God. Let her cry out and cry to him. And it really came through. I say there are miracles, prayers work, and so on. And then after that, Bidanya went through her cancer journey, and then now she joined Top Image.
Yes, and during that time, we forgot to mention, I never did ask, why not me? And for some reason, even when I was going through the signs, I called mom. At that time, I traveled to South Africa, and I told her, Mom, I think it's colon cancer. And she's like, no, you can't think like that. But somehow, deep in my mind, but they always say, words are strong. Don't say what you don't want to happen to you, because words have power. But I brought it and I said, I have cancer.
Yes.
But during that time, I also told myself, and I was driving to the office, and I was like, why not me? My life was perfect. The boyfriend at that time was perfect, so I thought, but clearly not. And work was going amazing. I mean, I was the marketing manager of an international firm, so I was excited. I was doing what I was doing. I enjoyed doing my work. Everything was going so well. So in my head, I'm like, maybe this is something that God wants me to change the direction I'm heading to. Maybe I'm going towards a path I'm not supposed to. Maybe there's something larger than this that I'm doing. And through my cancer journey, through that, I was able to see what I need to do in life. It's about leaving a legacy. It's about doing more than just me and helping people. It's through that I was able to get my purpose. And so Of course, I was in Tetra Pak and finished my chemo, and now they were recruiting me. After Tetra Pak, because I stayed there for about 5 years, I was looking for a better opportunity. And so I was being headhunted for a job in Mauritius, which was exciting because it was Mauritius. And this time, you've just fought cancer. You're like, hey, I can do anything. Mauritius is beautiful. Why not? I can pack my things and go to Mauritius. Got the job, had a lovely apartment by the beach. It was amazing. But after 3 months, even before I finished my probation, I told my boss that this is not for me. I do need to do something else because he just wanted me to sit there and look pretty and not really work. So I said, this is not for me. And mom was like, why? It's only been 3 months. Why don't you stay for 1 year? Then I told her, why should I delay and allow me not being happy and I know I'm not happy? Why should I prolong my unhappiness and I know already I'm not happy? And I think that's also through my cancer journey.
But inwardly I said, it's good you want to come back.
Yes.
Because remember, I had employed you once.
Yes.
Before you went to do your master's.
Yeah.
We had agreed that you go to USIU, from there you go do your master's, come back and join me at Top Image. You take it to the next level.
Yes.
And what did you do?
I took off. After 5 months, I took off.
She went to work for half of the salary I used to pay her, just because I was hard on her. And when I thought, she's my child, what can she tell me about my business? I've been doing this business for the last 12, 15 years. What are you going to tell me? Just because you have come from the US, I was tough on her. Yeah.
I used to come with amazing proposals and she'd just shut me out. I don't even complete it. It's like, no, that's not going to work. This is the Kenyan market.
Yes.
Where did you get that from? No, this is not going to be it. And so I said, you know what? I'd rather go somewhere else whereby they will see value in my education.
But
and
it's good you went.
I did.
But
yes.
It's good you went. Because after that, when she couldn't, she didn't like Mauritius.
Yes.
She came back home.
Yes.
And that time also, you were in between. We went to Ivory Coast.
Yes, yeah.
We were doing some work for the World Bank and Extra. And they convinced her to work for me. Because I used to tell Bidanya, please come and work for me. She told me, Mommy, you cannot afford me.
I was like, I was like, are you sure you can afford me? I've been working for multinational companies. Yeah. Can you, please?
Can you afford me?
Yes.
So that time I looked around. At that time, people are telling me, Jennifer, you have a good thing. And they even told you have a good thing. You need to support your mother. So I said, instead of me going out to look for an MD, why does she come and join in the family business? We work together.
Yeah,
and
so
then
I gave an offer.
Her.
I gave her an offer. She accepted. She was able to
And
to
even,
meet me
even
through.
I topped it up.
Yes.
That it's not only multinational. I put her into now travel business class, not economy and things like that. Msichana wa Islando je, ucheze, sema, lete.
So yes, I'm now currently the MD of Top Image Africa. I've been there for the last, I think, is it 9 years? Almost 9 years. The company is going to be 30 years in May. So she's still...
She's only the managing director. I am the founder. Group chairman, group MD, group
finance
director. Because if I leave her just to write a check, this girl, she might just buy a Ferrari and bring it home. So I have to check for that money.
Yeah.
So we have but it has not always been rosy like this.
It hasn't been rosy. It's been tough, especially Mom never liked my boyfriends.
There's the one I used to call GFN. You know what GFN means? Good for nothing.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, goodness, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, where was I?
I didn't like your boyfriend.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And what else? You've just confused me. But yeah,
The
I never
relationship,
liked
how
my
we work.
relationship. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, the boyfriend part. And I think that's when you're growing up and you just, when your parents don't like, most of my boyfriends actually didn't like them for some reason. Either I was choosing them wrongly or something,
Yes,
but it's
yes,
okay.
yes. You're choosing them wrongly.
And so, yeah, and...
But Bidanya has a different
yes.
management.
Yeah.
She's very
I'm
human.
passionate
Human.
when I manage.
Yes.
I'm a leader who's passionate. She's a leader who's an authoritative.
Yeah.
So she says it like it is. She'll give you the eyes. She'll raise her voice.
Yes.
She'll tell you, get out of my office.
Or
else, all that, the shebangs.
Yes.
I'm more, I'll listen to you. What's the problem? How can we solve this together? And I think that makes the difference and actually complements us in business. Because people are afraid of mom. Clients are afraid of
I'm
her.
authoritative. Yes, even the clients are scared of
They
me.
rather have me in the meeting.
Sometimes when you go for meetings, they'll ask Bidanya, is mommy coming? Why is she coming?
Yeah. Is there a problem?
Is there a problem? When they hear, they don't want me to go to the meeting. But of late, because we work in several African countries, they have used this excuse that now, Mama, I should not travel. They don't want to see me. But sometimes they want to deal just with a beautiful girl than this old woman, because they don't know what to tell them. Yeah, why would they don't want me to go to meetings that Bidanya is just enough? Let Bidanya come, mommy. Just stay in Nairobi. Yeah.
And remember the time we're in Senegal and you want to walk out of the meeting and we've traveled 8 hours on flight. We get into this meeting. Mommy's upset because she doesn't want to hear what the client is saying. So she says, okay, if we don't agree, I'm going to walk out.
Yes.
So I look at her and,
And
when we work
best in the
together, I
industry,
call her Jennifer. I can't call her mom.
Yeah, when I hear
So
him
I'm
called
like,
Jennifer, I have to behave myself nice and now what I just said. I know I've stepped on a hot wire, wrong wire, yes. Jennifer, then now I came back. Because, having grown up from Eastland, having been so aggressive, kimbele, unaniambia, ukiniletea nuku na kwamba niletee niko na zangu hapa, we nani. Msichana wa Eastland, bwana mimi. Usiniletee. Even if you're my client, I tell you the way it is and I move on. But Bidanya, she's the goody.
Yeah.
In fact, they say she's the good cop, I'm the bad cop. But I don't mind being a bad cop.
So living and having a strong woman like my mom with me throughout my life, of course, I had to find a way to also be myself. And also, can I say, devise a path of myself, because I'm not of her nature, which is strong, loud, abrasive. That's not me. And so I had to find a way in which I can also use myself, get my voice, and be heard and do things my way in order to succeed. And so basically what I just want to say is through my mom, I am who I am right now in a different way, in a different format, still strong, but the different levels of strength. And also through that, I believe, of course, self-love is really you building from what you've been given. And I've built my self-love from what I've been seeing my mom do every day, taking care of herself, working out. Now I'm a gym fanatic. I go to the gym 4 times a day. And she kept on telling me, what are you doing in the gym? No, 4 times a week, sorry.
4 times a week.
I know, sorry, 4 times a week. That would have been crazy, 4 times a day. And she'd call me and say, are you still in the gym? I'm like, I'm still in the gym. But it's through her and taking care of herself and loving herself. It's something that I did find through her. But I had to put in some boundaries because mom cannot stop doing work.
I have to talk about my business all the time.
Talking about work. So I had to tell her, Mom, Saturdays, Sundays, let's not talk about business. From 6 p.m., please let's not talk about business. I'm still trying to do that, but you're catching up. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Do you know? You have forced me. Right now, I'm on semi-retirement, forced semi-retirement. She has forced me to go that. But I've given her 10 nil. You know what I do? I'm going for swimming, I'm learning how to play piano, I'm knitting, I'm crocheting, and now even with my
Quadro.
kwaju, I want to go for salsa dancing. Yay. Hey, I have to keep myself busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So on. But you know, what from this, I just take that sometimes whatever we do, even in management, people are looking at us. If you're a parent, they're looking at your nieces, nephews, your child, your friends, your workers, and so on. So sometimes, what values do you give to your children? What values to the Gen Zs, for example? And we employ a lot of Gen Zs and so on. But from the talk of Bidanya, looks like she emulates what I used to do. I used to take her to the YMCA to do Keep Fit. We used to call it Keep Fit, not gym. And now she's a gym
Addict.
addict. I dress very well, and I used to dress very well. She has copied me. She also tries to dress well, like Mama. She also now puts on makeup and so on. So
Lipstick.
important that the environment you put around your children and show them they emulate you. But that, what has got love to do with it?
Everything.
Thank you.